for 92 now. We're at Homosassa Springs at Turtle Creek Campground. We stayed here in October last year on the way back to Florida, and we're staying here now tonight. Shirley and Ernie Usherwood are going to come over and see us after a while. I was in the service with Ernie. And Shirley and Ernie and us used to go around together when we were in the service. They're going to come and see us. So this is the campground area. This is the new section. So we stayed in the other section the other time. So. Very pretty day today. It was cool last night, but today it's pretty now.
This is Don and Shirley and Ernie Usherwood. We knew them in service 38 years ago down in Tampa, and they came to visit us from Brooksville.
Too long, we were going to be dragging. So we stayed there, but they took us around someplace to see something. And we got to be good friends with them. So they were both down in November, and the other one came down. Both couples came.
Now was the light blinking?
Don't have a light.
Wave.
Just doing its thing.
No, we don't have a light, do we?
No.
The ours has a light.
That's a telltale thing. People know when you're recording.
Yeah. All right, now here's Carol with us.
Oh. They're nicer.
The other one's on the other photographer is in action now.
Well, she's left-handed.
Oh, after this car is by. Yulee sugar plantation, sugar mill. I'm going.
Okay, this is April 30th, and we're at Homosassa, Florida.
Yeah.
Old Homosassa. And this is the Yulee sugar mill. Remains of it. We're going to head up towards Panhandle today. Town of Homosassa. And this is the Homosassa River. A neat little place.
This is the dock.
There's a pretty tree over there with a moss hanging on it.
Here these fellows are cleaning their catch.
Comes a boat in. Looks like a nice big little. There's one. Comes one from both ways. There's a marina over there. He wants to eat some of the fish. See, he's gonna.
There's a little lighthouse. Go on, Carol.
It's called Monkey Island. There's monkeys out there.
There's the monkeys. I don't know if they'll come in, but we got them.
I don't know why not.
See them moving there. They got a tire to swing on, a tire swing to play with. Closer yet. If I get any closer now, I'll be in the water. This is Cedar. This is not Cedar Key. This is Yankeetown, and we're going to eat lunch here. We've gone probably maybe 26 miles so far today. And time to eat lunch. So this is the Gulf of Mexico here. And we're going to eat lunch here, and then we're going to go all the way up to Cedar Key today, which is probably about 65 miles altogether from where we started. This is Yankeetown. This is on the beach, and or on the Gulf. There, and a switch. Put it back in normal now. So I don't know what the other thing does. Must take it faster, I guess. I don't know. I tried it. We'll see what we got there different. Maybe I'll know then next time. But this is just a pretty little place. It's a little park out here at the end of the road. Nothing fabulous. Right on the water, though.
This is still April 30th, and we drove 70 miles today. We stopped at Homosassa and Yankee Springs, Yankee Town. And now we're at Cedar Key, Florida. It was 24 miles off the highway, and it's a really pretty place. We're camping right here on the water. Got a little pier down here, and they got a little bitty beach, and we have birds down here with the long bills. I don't know if they're spoonbill or what they are. See if we can find them. Oh, the birds disappeared. There they are. They come up with their long bills. We have seagulls. And over here is the, I think, a restaurant. Boat out there. Islands out there. This is going up towards Chiefland and Animal City. There's a pier. Guys fishing out there. Might get to see a pretty sunset tonight. It's windy here, about 65, 70, something like that.
Here's the birds flying. We've just been watching them. They just glide along. Pelicans. Well, that's enough of that. There's a trailer sitting there. And we're right on the water. As close as you can get without getting out here on this pier. And of course the sun is over here. We're going to try to see it set. It's up there. And this goes down along the shore then. Out here is a sandbar right now. People are walking on it. If I can find them. There they are out there, someplace. They should be right about in the center of the... Oh, there they are.
This is a pretty sunset at Cedar Key. This is the little town of Cedar Key.
End of Route 24.
End of Route 24. Little shops and restaurants. People fishing.
Big mall over there.
Yeah, big mall, restaurant. It's a golf.
I can't hardly wait to get there. This is beautiful downtown Cedar Key. mermaid in my picture. The mall's right down there. It says the Cedar Mall. This is the waterfront restaurants and that. See, they got the thatched roof up on the top. Huh?
From the pier.
Yeah, this is from the pier. This is the pier we came out on here.
Oh, we went right over the top of it.
This is the rest of the pier. Island off the end of the pier.
I think that's the one that used to be Cedar Key.
That's probably used to be Old Cedar Key.
Yeah. There's somebody out there that are shelling
Yeah.
from. Went in their boat.
Yeah, there's somebody out on the island.
Oh, look at this, look at this. He's going to get some of their bait. He's getting shrimp out of their bucket. He's eating their bait.
He's eating the bait. Hey, he said that's pretty good.
Yeah. Get it out of the bucket.
He's getting it right out of the bucket. He's eating their bait.
Now she saw him. We're at Alligator Point Campground in Florida, and it's right on the Gulf, across the street from the beach, and this is a big old turtle. I think she's laying eggs, maybe. She's kicking out her feet and digging a hole. Really a big one. There she goes. Settling down in the hole. And this is the campground. Used to be a KOA. And there's the Gulf across the street. With the water, the ocean, the Gulf and the sand. Right across the street, and there we are. There's the road, and there's the Gulf. Palm trees and water. It's windy, but it's like 85 or something. It's nice though. This is May the 4th, Monday. We're going up the coast towards the Panhandle. This is a little town called Carabel, Florida, and this is supposed to be the world's smallest police station. It's a phone booth. It's got a regular phone in it for the police, I guess. We're going across the bridge to see St. George Island. We might camp here or the state park on the way back. There's lots of boats out here.
All fishing.
Fishing boats.
Commercial fishing. Yeah.
My goodness, there's a lot of them. This is the St. George Island. A lot of sand dunes, pretty green water. There's going to check out the campground and maybe stop back here in October. Are you asking? Ask
Sir, is that the regular campground back here now? Okay, thank you. Okay, how am I doing on this?
Okay. Rock Road. Fishermen are, we think they're trying to get oysters. They have long poles. They go down in there and they bring up. We're at Destin now, in Destin, Florida, and we're camped right across the street from the Gulf, where we were in October. And this water is so beautiful. It's greens and blues, white sand. And now let's go across the street and show you where we're camped. It's really pretty. It's windy. Camped right across the street. Looking out on this. Whoop. Can't point in front of the lens. There's the white sand. And a beautiful beach. Beautiful water again. Little patio and picnic table right by our trailer. In fact, two of them, two picnic tables.
I think I got him. I don't know if I got him or not. The red-headed woodpecker, but I don't know if I got him. I can't see where. Huh?
It didn't show red on it. It's hard to pick him out, isn't it, with that?
The red-headed woodpecker right by our campsite. In Gulf Shores, Alabama. Gulf State Park. He probably,
He flew up in the tree.
he wasn't no more than about 10 foot from me at the most.
Bird came right up there and got a piece of bread out of Don's hand. Don thinks it's a thrush. We're at Gulf State Park in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Did you get it?
I think so.
Well, you really had well,
Yeah, I had your hand and the bird.
I almost had a bird in the hand.
Almost. Two in the bush. This is our campsite in Gulf State Park in Gulf Shores, Alabama. We're in the trees. We got to leave our truck hooked on because it was level and we weren't going to use it. We rode bikes to the beach and around the park. It's a big state park, 468 sites. And then the water is, the lake is over here, Middle Lake.
Bellinggrass Gardens.
Near
Right outside of-
Alabama.
Okay, Carol said it. Outside of Mobile, Alabama.
some of the cars.
This is some of the flowers. It's a rose garden bridge. This is from on top of the rose garden bridge. This is the rose garden. Notice how sharp I am. I can figure that out.
How about that?
Red ones right there. And there's pink ones right there. That over there almost looks like a orangey color.
Some pretty red and white flowers around the tree. This is in the bridal garden. Some more. Some yellow and purple ones. Those look like mums. Chrysanthemums or something. What they are. This is another gardens. I don't know what those flowers are with people walking across the bridge. And there's a magnolia tree.
Carol going across the bridge. That's Rustic Bridge, and this is Mirror Lake. There's two geese with two little ones.
Pretty roses. They look like a double rose. Bolingrath's home. Cost extra to go through that. We're not going through that. Some of the time they have flowers hanging right from the balcony. It's not as pretty as Bucart Gardens in Vancouver, but the azaleas quit blooming a couple weeks ago because they were early this year, and they're all over the place. We missed those though. This is the front of the house, and it's facing the river, Fall River, F-O-W-L. And this is the pavilion looking out on the river. Up by the house, river and flowers. They have a walkway and a grotto down there. A walk that has salvia in the middle and mums and geraniums on the posts. And it zigzags its way down.
You heard of blooming idiots? This is a blooming magnolia.
Little greenhouse. This is some kind of orchid. I don't know what kind that is. Looks like the ones we had in Hawaii. I have a little pin like that. And then we have some other orchid, white orchid, and phalaenopsis. And this is what kind of plant that's called. And there's some pretty white ones. And this is fuchsia. Some more of those yellow ones. That's fuchsia. Isn't that pretty? And then there's some white ones there. And there's some little purple ones. know what those are. There's some regular purple orchids. And there's some more. I forgot what they're called. See if I can find it though.
You gotta go up higher.
There's a cactus hanging and it's got like a star bloom on it. And this I think is a shrimp plant. We bought some fresh shrimp.
We just bought some fresh shrimp at a place right here. And this is at Gulfport, Mississippi. This is the shrimp boat fleet sitting in here right now. I guess they go out tonight.
Oh yeah, they go at night.
There's a Tina Marie. It's kind of a pretty one. At least it's pretty nice. And there's another one right there that ain't too bad. Looks a little newer, a little more taken care of.
There's New Orleans we're coming into. City, big city. Skyline.
Now we're going to send it on out to Kim
Here's the
Carson. She's sitting out
Superdome.
at Oakland.
And there's some more of New Orleans. Going by it.
A little white speck right now.
Yeah. That little white, well, pretty soon we'll go by it.
90 Claiborne West. Next left.
And you want to go business west. I don't know. Don't.
Want to go off here now. But now you say it.
This is Mother's Day, May 10th, and we're going up the escalator to the Riverwalk in New Orleans.
This is the bridge we just came across. That's the Mississippi River now. Came across there with a big ship down there. Big boat, I don't know what it is, an excursion boat or something.
Seas, I think it says Panama.
And then it's sort of like St. Louis, except this Riverwalk now is right on the river,
Instead of
which
like,
is nice. It's like St. Louis Center. Now there's the big ships up there.
see, it doesn't go right down to the river. This has a wall here,
Yeah.
where St. Louis has your brick walk going down.
There goes the Cajun Queen going upstream now. Went in a little bit ago.
Next is brand new sister ship, the Battle of the Crew Queen, who made 5 trips and never came in contact with quite a few people.
The fountain what? Well, we'll let you see yourself if you can run. There it is.
Spanish Plaza.
And there it is again.
There's one.
These are
And I take them.
light posts like.
We'll get out here and take the sign. Just some of the sign in the building,
Yeah.
green building.
The building is
We're
green.
gonna go in there.
Yeah, we're going to go in there. You better say it loud enough, Carol, so they can hear you.
There's some more down there.
Dock here, we don't know what one it is. The number 48, anyhow, whatever it is. If I got a turtle or not.
Gnarly coral. That's green.
With a bunch of kids now.
Because it looks like a brain. There's an angel.
Turtle, and no one got in there. Stingray. Going over our heads. Bottom of the stingray. Two macaws. Or two, more like two lovebirds.
Be careful of the man with the camera. This is inside the aquarium, and it's about sharks. And I'm going to try to take a picture of the versus with little eggs in it, and a hatching of a shark, and one that's a little over a year old. Here's the little one that's in the egg, in the pouch. And there's one that's a little bit bigger. This one that's moving inside. There's one that's a little over a year old.
It's the white albino alligator.
Look at this. Come right around here.
Big shark. Be coming out on the other side.
Here's your mouth open now.
There he is.
You can see, breathe. Oh, look at his gills in his mouth. Great white shark. There's a big stingray.
There's a shark in there.
The mouth is
There they are here. The little one's underneath. Coming along below us.
It's the USS Ashland. In port here, I guess.
It's an LSD, whatever that is. I think it's a landing ship. I have people waiting in line to get on it. I think Carol just said that. It's a landing craft.
600 Marines.
Turbo landing craft. Like airboat almost.
Men for anywhere from 3 to 5 of these hovercraft. Those ships right at 1,000 people.
1,000 people.
The
1,000
ship is
men.
brand new, we just found out. It just was commissioned yesterday. Landing craft again. Now they put 6 of these in that ship there. 6 of them go in. And they got 3 more of these crafts sitting in Panama City. They got to go pick up. They just said this will go 60 miles an hour, one of these, with 70 ton on board. French Quarter. Down this street here. This is, I don't know what street it is.
Jackson Square.
Jackson. Some more. This is Jackson and Decatur Street. Decatur is what's running this way. This is Jackson. This what one, Carol?
St. Peter, I think.
St. Peter. St. Louis Cathedral.
That's Andrew Jackson's statue in front of it.
And I don't know what we're sitting on top here. We're at the other end of Jackson Square.
By the river, in between the river and Jackson's Creek.
We've got somebody doing something down here. Here's the carriages sitting, waiting to take people. This is people watching the performer down there. He's juggling and stuff like that. Right by the French Quarter now. You see the railings. And then here's a coffee stand. Cafe Du Monde, something like that, however you pronounce it. I'm not French. These are the narrow streets of New Orleans.
Pretty ferns hanging on that fence. On the
So-
railing.
Barnstock Fence Hotel. And when we got married and came down through here on the way back to Florida, this was, we saw this, but this was just a house at that time. You know, it's a little corn cobs in the fence. Balcony with flowers all over it. Beside St. Louis Cathedral. So I've been to church for the day.
They're like St. Paul. The windows remind me of the windows in the old St. Paul's Church in Belleville. This is Bourbon Street. Hear the music playing.
A few people here today. This is on St. Peter's. She's even smiling. This is the 12th of, I guess it's a Tuesday, the 12th of May, and we're camped at this state park in Jackson, Mississippi. And that's the trailer sitting over there across the lake. That's a little small lake, but I guess it ain't real small. I just went to town and picked up the mail. I'm going to come back and we're going to go on to Tupelo or on to Columbus, Mississippi for the night. But it's just a pretty scenery, pretty area. A little state park. It's a new state park. It hasn't been here too long. They got some boat canoe rentals. They got paddle boats. Stuff like that. This is a cypress swamp off the on the Natchez Trace. Pearl River used to flow through this channel. And the cypress trees in it. We're going to walk through it. It's about a 20-minute walk through it. We don't get eat up by snakes or something like that. This is just a pretty reflection, like a reflecting pool almost. You can see them. And then there's one here that's got a hollowed out thing. And look way over there, if I can bring it in. I don't know if it's in the center. I think it's, there it is. It's all hollowed out. It's just pretty reflections. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out pretty. Okay, just a minute. There's cypress knees here. And there's some out in here. You can see them sticking up around. Well, there's Turtle Row. You've heard of Battleship Row? Well, that's Turtle Row out there on that log. You see them? There's about 4 or 5 of them lined up on there. I think one just went off before I started taking pictures.
This is the Natchez Trace we're going on today. This is May the 12th, Tuesday. And we stopped at that cypress swamp. Now we're just driving on farther up to Columbus, Mississippi and see the Tom Bigby Waterway. And we're going to go up to Tupelo tomorrow. Most of it is just like this, trees and pretty scenery. Haven't seen any animals, few wildflowers. There's some open spaces, but most of it's just the trees inside. Cut through the trees. About 75 degrees. Pretty day.
Yeah, back there was a little shadier area. I went to get the little.
This is our spot in Columbus, Mississippi. We're gonna leave this morning now. We're by a lake. It's a state park. And pine trees, and this is Wednesday the 13th. We're gonna leave, go up to Tupelo and see things, and then go up to Jackson, Tennessee, I believe. We're in Tupelo, Mississippi now, and this is the birthplace of Elvis Presley. This is a little house where he was born and lived. It's very small. And then there's an Elvis Presley auditorium back there, a brick building that they fixed up. I guess you can go through. I want to go through one of them, whatever. Don's not. This is the Tennessee Tom Bigby River. Tom Bigby Waterway.
The Lock and Dam, Tom Bigby Waterway at Bay Springs, Mississippi. This is a lake, and this particular lock changed the level of the water 84 feet. It's the highest change of water, I think, in the nation through a lock. It started pretty through the area there. Now this is the Tom Bigby waterway. This is the dam that we're seeing at Bay Springs, Mississippi. Now there's 84 foot, or about 74 foot of change in the water between here and the water that's up here on the top of in the lock. Water is in the lock from the upper flow. And here it is when it's through the lock. There's a tow coming up, I think, but he's way down there and he'll never get here while we're here. So he's way on the other side of the bridge down there. Maybe he ain't even moving, I don't know. Now this is that up there, I think that what they do with those things there in the middle of the screen, I think that's what they drop through if a barge gets away. They dropped them across the thing and it stops the barge to keep it from hitting the gates. This is the visitor center. We're going to go in there. I may be completely wrong with what I just said, but we'll see it anyhow. This is the entrance to the lock. And then it goes on down. See there, the lock is 600 foot long. And if I move over here, you can see the river going out below it. And like I said, the difference between this water and that water is 74 foot.
This is the Elvis Presley Lake and Campground, and there's a boat going out on the lake. We're camped in here. It's a pretty lake. They have primitive camping here. A couple of tents. This is Thursday, May 14th, and we're getting ready to leave. This is Elvis Presley Lake and Campground. We're not around the lake, but it's a pretty campground in the pines. Don's hooking up. We're ready to leave. We're going to go up to Belmont, Kentucky, and tomorrow we're going into Grand Tower, Illinois. Stay for a week, and we're going to Belleville. I thought this was really pretty in the pines. We had a fire, first fire last night over here. Roasted hot dogs.
It's Grand Tower, Illinois. And this is a Saturday. And there's 4 different camping clubs in here. There's an Airstream group. And there's one from a Coachman group. And there's another group or something. And another one. And anyhow, there's 4 different groups in here, plus us outsiders. And there's 84 units in this area. There are 2, right in here, they're 2 deep at least. And over on this side, there's 1, and some places 2 deep. 2. Like right here, there's 2 in there. And they're next to us. And there we are. And then there's 2, then they go on up this way, and along the river there, they're back in there, they're 2 deep. There's 2 deep back in here some places. And this comes around. Now I'll walk up this other area. Here's one Airstream camp by himself next to the Coke machine, and that. And then here's the other Airstreams down this way. There's a bunch of airstreams in here, and once in a while an outsider, but mostly the airstreams down in here around. So it is really packed in here. The fellow that manages the park, he's scratching his head. He said, I don't know where I'm going to go with anymore. They don't have near as many, they don't near as many 84 electric plugs, but they've got them hooked into one another and stuff like that. Of course, there's the river. The rain is coming up the river at us. It's just starting to rain here now. It came up pretty quick, not, well, 20 minutes or so, I guess. But it is really raining down there. There's a barge out in there, and you can't even see him no more.
We went out, so I had to get a new battery. Anyway, they're taking this old showboat down the river somewhere. Guess they're going to refurbish it or junk it or something. Pushing it down with a barge. This is Wednesday, May 20th. And it isn't raining today. It's been raining the last couple days.
This is a Coast Guard boat, and what it's doing is picking up the buoys in the river, and resetting them because the river's going down. They just picked one up. I don't think I got it. Well, they're moving on. I guess they're going to reset him someplace. They've got one floating along on the side. Dragging along, looks like. They're going out farther in the river. That one on board the boat now. They're going down. And there's the Coast Guard boat. Barge putting the thing in. He will. Ain't ready yet. Now, right there. No, he left it there. Now he's coming up, I guess, on the edge of the channel. Then he's going to drop the other one. He's about ready to shove that one in. I don't know. There he dropped the block. There went the buoy.
Throwing her fishing line out in the Mississippi River. She's gonna try a different one. Two of them. This is Donna granddaughter. Now it's thundering and she's wondering.
She got both rods one at once.
Yeah.
What do you use to put the holes in? 3/16 bit. Just a drill.
And there's Elmer. And there's Ollie. And there's Katie. And there's Charles relaxing. And there's Dawn. And there's Marcella. All of it came to visit us and brought us all this good food. We had a big dinner.
Hello, Carol.
Hi. Fresh strawberries and good stuff. And Sybil's trying to catch a fish.
Iowa right now. And the 1992. And it's got the slide out on the other side. I'll show you. That's in the living room, that slide out is. It's the first time we've had it out now. I brought it back to Belleville, and we left there this morning, 455 miles a day. Cook is in there. It's a rear kitchen, so she's in there fixing supper. It's a 32-foot Jayco Designer Series.
This is where we just ate lunch at the rest stop, and it's South Dakota rest stop, information center. Wide open spaces of South Dakota. You can see way out there. And farms and cattle, but you can see way far out. We're in the wide open spaces. More of the view of the South Dakota wide open spaces. We're going towards Mitchell now. This is Monday, June 22nd.
About 26 miles south of Sioux Falls.
26 miles south of Sioux Falls.
That's Falls Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is the falls. We had been here once before, we didn't realize it. I guess it was in 72 when we were here with the kids. We went to Yellowstone. Pretty.
This is some more wide open spaces in South Dakota. Don asked if I took a zoom in, and I didn't, so I had to take a zoom in, but I don't think it shows up as well.
Up through there.
This is the Carn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. We were here once before with the kids in 72, and that was falls we had. Carol and I must have seen that earlier, like 3 years ago, going to Alaska. I guess the kids never saw those falls. This is made out of corn. All this corn and wheat and straw, grass.
They change it every September, but it looks like they're working on putting something up in there. Sod or something. Getting ready for that July.
They cut corn in half, corn cobs in half, and nail them on. This is from the other side, and they have some more pictures there. There's one. I'll have to move now. That was put up there. This was put up there in 1968. They leave one so often. There's one that's 1913. There's 1979. 1986. Oh, 1956, I think. It's all corn. Wheat. This is what it is now. This is real close to it. All the different colored corns. And then this is some more. This more stuff. And there's some more different stuff again. inside now. And we're standing right in the center of a gift shop.
You found it?
This is the Missouri River, wide Missouri in South Dakota.
Right by Chamberlain. By Chamberlain, Carol.
By Chamberlain.
It's a rest area. Very pretty. Again, I always say that, but it is pretty. There's the rest of the rest area. We're just about done for the day. We got about 4 more miles. That's Interstate 90 there going across there.
We're going across.
Yeah.
Across
Wide Missouri.
wide Missouri on Route 90. We're going to go across. There's another bridge. There's some more of the river.
Pretty green, isn't it?
Pretty green river. Yeah.
Pretty and green.
Uh-huh. Very pretty and green.
That ought to do it.
This is Tuesday, June 20th, and we're going to head out to stop at Wall Drug and go through the Badlands and go to Rapid City, South Dakota. And this is Don's getting ready. We're getting ready to leave. He's going to go to the dumping station. And this is what we could see from our campground across the road. This is the Missouri River and the bluffs. Very wide open spaces. We went up to a little restaurant and had called the Oasis, and had a buffalo burger last night for supper. Tastes like beef. Nice wide open spaces. South Dakota hills. This is a lot of yellow flowers out there. We think maybe it's sage blooming. We don't know for sure. And there was a lot of things they grow out here, like they grow wheat, and then there's some light green stuff, and it looks pretty in the fields. Wheat cut. Ghost town. bit of the Badlands.
Well, there's two then, later on.
There's some of the Badlands poking up there. There's the road that's up in front of us that we're traveling.
Look out over here then. There's some pinkish things there. I don't know if you get them or not.
I got them already. I think I got them.
Going into it.
We're gonna go down the road and enter the Badlands loop for about 40 miles. This is some of them.
This is the first stop, the first scenic overlook in the loop off in I-90 in the Badlands of South Dakota. We've never seen this part before. All we did the other time with the kids was drive by on 90. We never looked at this part. This is some more now. Same place. I'll make a panoramic view of this.
These might be those paths.
There's some pinnacles.
I don't tend to walk.
Pinnacles.
This is another stop. This is where you take two trails to go to the door and the windows. These are some spirals and that are here. There's a tourist. There's a tourist coming. She didn't get off of this bus, so she's on my bus.
I want you to get the road and everything.
You're not going to get that front of the truck.
No,
Okay.
no, it's shooting clear over the top. Let me get a little right like that. There's a hill. Okay, that's what we're getting.
There's a visitor center we're going to go to down there. There's some of the Badlands with some clouds in the background. There's some of them. We're driving through the Badlands. We just left the visitor center. Trying to find a picnic area so we can have lunch.
All this yellow stuff here that we see, now we thought was sagebrush, and it is yellow sweet clover. This is another viewpoint. This is right down in front of me now, here. Still the Badlands.
Put your hand down. I see your hand. Pretty different color. pretty area. We just stopped at a lunch stop. Had our lunch overlooking these. Now this is a different color. This is a yellowish color on this rock.
Turn. Oh. Poor place to park.
This is another overlook. We think it's the last one, but we don't know for sure. There's a lot of things we don't know for sure.
There's the road.
Yeah, over there is a road that goes on out now. There's a thing driving along on it. Wall Drugstore in Wall, South Dakota. They get about 2,000 people through here a day. Excuse me, 20,000 on a good summer day. Must be a lot of sick people who got my drugs.
With free ice water and nickel coffee. National Forest.
Yeah.
This is Wednesday, June 24th. Going down towards Mount Rushmore. It's cloudy today. It rained a little bit this morning. Hailed a tiny bit. We're hoping these clouds pass by. We're going to turn to go towards Mount Rushmore. Pretty bridge. Oh, we're going to go through?
The little one.
Little one, yeah. 5.
Almost
There's
facing
Mount
the other
Rushmore
way.
coming. There they are, the 4 presidents. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt.
Now this is about as close you can get. This is right from the visitor center.
Jefferson, they even got glasses on him, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Looks like.
No, I don't think so. Sun's hitting a little bit
Washington's.
better.
Washington.
Yeah.
Anybody else like to be in the picture? Anyone? We'll take anyone.
Helicopter flying over. Just about over the monument. He just took off. So he's just about over it now. He's got a hook hanging down. I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna set it down on top of there. I don't know. Off again now.
Trail.
Black hills. And they're called that because of the ponderosa pines makes them look black. We're leaving Mount Rushmore. We're going to go down to Custer State Park.
Look at the pinnacle.
Granite rocks.
Pines.
Look, battery went dead, so I don't know if I got George's face or not. This is the pinnacles.
Back up there.
That's all right. Don't have to back up. Yeah, well, see if I can get him. See if he comes out of there.
See it?
Yeah, there he is. Behind another tree. Back up a bit. There he is. There's old George.
Hurry up.
Okay. Old cars coming up to Yellowstone.
Up the Yellowstone? No.
Oh, up to Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore. Driving in the mountains. Some of them old cars. So we'll go under this bridge and around the circle and back up on the bridge. We're going down to Custer State Park now. There we are, up on the bridge.
On the highway to Custer State Park now. You can see the faces of Mount Rushmore. This is from up on top of the observation deck at Peter Narvik Overlook on the way to, yeah, we're 6,000 foot above sea level.
Custer State Park.
No, we're not in Custer. We're on our way to Custer State Park. And then here's there's the faces again.
See, we came to a halt. The burros are in the
We
road.
got some jackasses in the way.
And they have a ride, it looks like, and they're not going to move. Hi. Are you going to stay there or are you going to cross the road?
We're going to stay there.
Hi. And there's a few more. This is in Custer State Park. That one's going to stand right in the middle. Okay, we'll just go
Hi
around
there.
you. It's a pretty gray one. In Custer State Park now. It's very pretty pine trees. The sky is very pretty. We're on the wildlife loop, hoping to see some wildlife besides the squirrels.
Buffalo in the park now on the Wildlife Drive. Wildlife Loop, rather.
Have I got it zoomed in?
Yeah,
There's a little one running. Oh.
yeah. A whole bunch of them. They're just grazing.
This guy doesn't want to watch. There's some more buffalo on the other side of the road. Going about 35. Construction workers there, blacktopping. Must be a tunnel there, huh?
That's the one, probably. This is on Needles Highway, I guess.
Sit on this. Says there's a one-lane tunnel here. You have to sound the horn. And this is a Needle's Eye.
You get your camera? You get your picture? With the...
The lights aren't going to help, buddy. You're supposed to honk. Okay.
It's a 1928 Chevrolet. It's parked right by the Needles Eye in Danville, Illinois.
We really live at Richmond.
How far? This is Sylvan Lake, the end of the Needles Highway. Pretty lake with the granite rocks around it. People swimming. Yeah, there's people standing up there on the rocks, jumping in. Yeah, now I am. They have paddle boats and fishing, I imagine. Yeah. This is a town, a western town, Hill City, South Dakota. They have a shootout tonight at 7. We're just driving through it though. Alpine Inn. There's a pretty lake. Whoops, can't do it a full lake. I don't know the name of this one.
Pactola Lake.
Oh, Pactola Lake. Bumpy road too. There.
Pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. The mountains.
Another one down there.
Some more of it. There's a dam here. Hey, this is Deadwood, South Dakota. It's supposed to be, and this is where Wild Bill Hickok was killed. And it's one street through it, and it's surrounded by mountains. And is this where they have a shootout at night? Yeah, they have a shootout at 8 o'clock at night. They said it was made into an old western town, but it doesn't look like it yet.
On a bench. It's supposed to be like a...
Butch Cassidy Place. And
There's Deadwood Dick Saloon.
Deadwood Dick, where there's where the old town hall where they have a trial at night of Jack McCall. It's kind of like Gatlinburg. It's a little town that's moneymaker.
Well, we'll go down this way. First.
This is a gambling place too, Deadwood. They gamble in here. Spearfish Canyon Road now. This is the last road we'll ride. Back up to the interstate and then go back to Rapid City. Beautiful pine trees. Spearfish Canyon Road. There's a little brook running alongside of it. I have to see if I can see it once. Once in a while you see it, once in a while you don't. See it right now. supposed to be the prettiest road in the Black Hills. They said. Missed it. Some pretty rocks, mountains.
Well, the creek should be on your side now.
Creek will be over here now. See if I can see it. This reminds us of Oak Creek Canyon down below
There's
Grand Canyon. It's you'd ride in it, right in the canyon.
Can't see it.
Oh, the creek's gone. Creek
Right
finally.
along here now.
Way leaving the amphitheater. It's to your right as you're facing the stage, same direction. Like this. Go out the amphitheater.
This is it at night, lit up now.
Across the boardwalk to there, and back to the parking lot. I hope you all have a very nice evening. You will have a safe and happy trip there. Thank you, and have a nice evening.
This is taken from up farther up the hill now.
That's the one that was torn before, and I moved turning around.
It's pretty up there ahead of us, the mountain and pretty clouds. A little bit cloudy today. 70s. We're in Sundance, Wyoming. This is a mountain side. We're gonna go back and see Tower Rock National Monument. Pretty clouds.
Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower, I'm sorry. There's Devil's Tower. We're driving to, was in front of us.
Go around to the left. We're within about 3.5 miles of it now.
Fields of yellow, I don't know what it
That
is.
might be flax.
A lot of it. Side of the road.
Behind me.
There's some pretty red rocks. We're heading towards Red Mountains or whatever. Devil's Tower. And there's the rest of them. We're going to eat lunch here, the picnic area at Tower Rock in Wyoming. That's 800 feet high. Just come off of the mountain. Just come up from it. Now we had our lunch. A boy from Colorado University interviewed us about the park, talked to us. Now we're leaving Devil's Tower. We're going to head up to Buffalo. This is some sagebrush blooming, growing, not blooming. There we go. This is different colors of the sky. This is the wide open spaces out here in Wyoming and Dakotas. Mountains, hills, a lot of rangeland.
The sun is shining.
Okay, there's snow in the mountains. That's the Bighorn Mountains coming into Buffalo.
Just before we're going to get to Buffalo, Wyoming.
Some more of Bighorn Mountain.
This is from our campground. It's right out in front of our truck. This is Bighorns. This is about 8 o'clock at night. And then, so this is what we're doing. We're going to stay here tonight.
This is Friday, June 26th, and we're going on this 10 Sleep Canyon drive, and it's out of Buffalo, Wyoming. It's over canyon, and it's
Stay behind them.
gonna go to as far as 10 Sleep and then back. It's not quite 8 o'clock, and so we thought maybe we'd go in early. We'd see some game. There is some the mountains up ahead, the Bighorn Mountains. We have another slow one. There's a lot of snow and glaciers in that one.
It's the Pine Lodge over here.
Winding road. The sun's coming out nice and bright. We're at an overlook now. These are the Bighorn Mountains with the snow in it, on it, or the glaciers, whichever.
About 8,000 foot elevation.
About 8,000 foot elevation. We are. And there's a forest. The deer out there. He's grazing. There he goes. Looking at me. Yeah, I got it in. Zoomed in. We have some cattle loose stuck. We have to watch out for along the road. This guy's across the road. This is purple wildflowers. I don't know if you can see it, we're going kind of fast, but it's like little hyacinths. Snow or glacier up in that mountain. There's some snow right there by the side of our road. Almost.
Powder River Pass, 9666.
There's 3 deer over here.
Posing.
That one's gonna run. Yeah, they're gonna run away. Yeah, he's posing.
This is a lake. You can see the reflection in the lake.
There's a rushing stream along the road. Some more.
Ten Sleep Canyon yet.
This is Ten Sleep Canyon. Going down quite a hill. And we're gonna go to Ten Sleep and come back this way, so we'll have to come up this hill.
There are the lights hitting us.
They're 20 miles an hour. 1 mile ahead. Look at that.
The sun's hitting it on that side.
There's a creek down there by the road. There's a curving road. Way down into the canyon, still going down. A lot of switchback roads.
In here.
Okay, there's like a wall of rock there. There's little cabins. Oops, I done lost it. Where the heck? There's Canyon Creek running.
Highway 9. Oh, that is Russian. There. You get that?
Oh, see how it was dark.
Now, right along here is where it was on.
turn around, we're going back through the canyon now, back towards Buffalo again. Have to climb up those hills we came down. Called the Cloud Peak Skyway, and we're in the Bighorn National Forest. This is 10 Fleet Canyon. There's that creek down there. See him. If I'm getting him or not. Can't see him, dear. There was a deer and a little bitty one. I don't know where he was out on the road. Shucks. I didn't get him, I'm sure.
It's a stream. This is the one Charles been taking pictures of all along.
Pretty purple flowers along the road. This is going into Crazy Woman Canyon Road. It's supposed to be real pretty, and we'll come back up towards 90 and go back up to Buffalo and pick up the trailer. This is the canyon we're going down into.
Crazy Woman.
Crazy Woman Canyon. Little gravel road, or no, a dirt road.
It's gravel.
Gravel? Oh. Okay, it looks dirt. And there's a little creek by it. There's a little National Forest campground down in here. Mostly tents.
You gonna take a snapshot?
Trees here in this area. Uh-oh. We have a little creek here running over the road. Some of the canyon. We are in the canyon now. Gravel road. Not very much traffic out here. We've been the only one. Man, the traveler stopped, told us about this. That's the canyon we were down in. Wow. It's pretty colors on the mountain. That one we just came out
I'll
of.
tell you, just this.
This is the road we came out on. We don't quite know. We hope it ends up at the highway. Bad gravel road. Lake. We're driving by. This is Saturday, June 27th, and we're driving drive with our truck only, and we came up this road, and this is over the Bighorns. We're way up here on top, going up higher yet. This is some of the scenery from up on top.
There's the road we just came up. That looked like little bitty thing there.
Some more of this pretty purple flower. It looks like little hyacinths. Beautiful wildflowers. And there's some with yellow, fields with yellow in, daisies and white. Here we have a blockage here, and the cowboy is trying to round all their cattle up. They're on the road and they don't want to move. We're trying to get through. Or else they're just crossing the road.
Get some of the cowboys.
I do. I have some of the cowboys. Yep, there. Doggies are running them too.
Good boy.
This is like when we were in Switzerland. We had to wait for the sheep to get off the road, remember?
Well, that's enough.
There's some glaciers or snowpacks. I think they're glaciers hanging in the mountains.
Scenic area, 1,500 foot.
Hazy out in there, but I guess it'll come out a little bit. There's Carol. The snowbank. It's ice. It's like sleet.
The road we're going down, 10% grade. It's beautiful.
Right alongside the road. It goes by so fast.
Red stone there, and this is Bighorn
Probably even get some
Bighorn Lake.
Probably get some on the back window if you wanted to.
This is a Mustang Days parade we ran into in Lovell, Wyoming. We're going up to the Bighorn Canyon. There's some Indians. It's an Indian reservation, the Bighorn Canyon yet. Sugar. Western sugar.
Like the Horseshoe Bend.
I like it. Oh, I don't know. Because I have the front on.
Didn't have a cap on.
No. Really red rocks. Going back to Horseshoe Bend Recreation Area. This is where we had our lunch stop. Bighorn Lake, Pryor Mountains, Redstone. They have a boat area. They water ski on it. Fish and swim. Pretty clouds over here.
The rock, too. Look at the holes. Crazy looking.
It's done now. I think these are pinyon trees. These low ones.
Swing right on over. Yeah, look at this red over here.
Pretty colors again, huh? Yep.
Looks like Red River Canyon or whatever. We don't know what it is. It's not called that. Those are mountain goats.
Okay, they're mountain goats.
Or either
Crossing
sheep.
in front of us.
I don't know. They might be mountain
Might
sheep.
be sheep.
There's two over on the side.
There's two right here. Let's see, where is that? There we go.
Are those goats or sheep now? Bighorn sheep. Okay.
Small.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are young bighorn sheep. They have white rear ends too. He's going to stop right in the middle of the road.
I'm going to go before the other one goes across again.
Now this is a canyon overlook. The river comes down. I really don't know which way it's going, whether it's going the way I'm going here. But I do know it's a deep canyon. This is Bighorn Canyon. Now I moved up the hill a little bit farther so you can see this, so we can see this thing here. Now it goes around to the left, over to my left right now. Now I'm up here, up the hill farther yet. And that's where I was, down around there.
Bighorn Lake. Looks like a river, but it's Bighorn Lake. Devil's Canyon.
Devil's Canyon, that's a Bighorn Canyon, Devil's Canyon. That I'm trying to do. This is Wyoming. Correction, this is in Montana.
We went. It said Devil's Outlet was in Montana.
Yeah, there's two little boats down there. Now they're regular motorboats. I bring them in. There is a motorboat coming up the lake. This is a lake. It's really a river, but it's a lake.
By the dam. Yellowtail.
And that's the rest of the canyon that we see from here. Really a green. I don't know if it's going to come out real green, but it's really green. And there's those boats, and the other one went by now. There, and I'll just take some of the skyline around.
Now don't say that. It's the mother and little one, if I can find the little one.
He's by this other big bush.
Oh, sure, there's a lot of bushes there.
Well, back up. He's right behind the bush. There he comes out. Between two bushes now.
Yeah, he's hard to pick up, black and white. There, I see him walking. Well, we were looking for horses, but we saw this other bighorn sheep. Can't find the horses. Wild horses out here. Where's the lake? Bighorn Lake. We didn't get to see any wild horses. We're starting going to Shell Canyon now. We're heading back to that switchback road. Going back to Sheraton, but we're going into Shell Canyon.
Custer Brown, there you better keep that son of a bitch
There's a leaning rock.
stream over here.
Still not doing it. Yeah, but I can't get it.
Still not doing what, Sheriff?
Well, he's still not going on his side.
Oh, no. He better stay on his side, or so somebody's going to clip him.
It's that Illinois car in front of us. No, I couldn't get it. I just got your head, I think, or the steering wheel or something. I couldn't get it.
What's this? Oh, I thought it was an ambulance.
No, but
Oh, there's a
pull off.
down in there. Right here.
Woo! Don't go any closer. Damn. Just let me get out.
Oh, you want to jump?
Yeah. Oops, I had it on recording, so I don't know what I got. Anyway, this is at Shell Creek coming down here in the canyon.
This is part of the Shell Falls now. This is the lower part. There's some more water going over the edge. Now here you can really see it moving. Really coming down the line. More, it's coming down out of the falls there. Now you can see where the people are standing. Over there is a little old gray-haired tourist. Some more of this water really moving through. I turn you every which way but loose, I believe. Now this is the main falls right here. Starting up there, going down. Going out there. Coming out of there. Going on down there. Here is some more of the water. Now this is downstream farther from where everything else was so far. This is farther down. I don't know how long this film's going to last. It should be running out before too long, so maybe we'll finish it on this part of the trip. I don't know. So if it quits, you know what happened. Falls in the very top, before where I said there was the main falls, the cemetery. This is up by the monument. By
Say
Custer.
what it is.
Well, go on. Custer Battlefield. Custer Battlefield Monument. Custer's last stand. That's some of the men that died there, I guess.
Little Bighorn Battlefield.
Little Bighorn Battlefield. Now I'm going out over the morning. And back there is the cemetery. I guess of everybody that was killed here. Indians and everything, I guess. There's the people over here today. They had a reenactment this weekend. Reenactment of the Custer's last stand. This is a mass grave for the men killed here. That's supposed to be Custer buried there.
To the command of Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer. As you look over the battlefield, you can see the white markers show a spell because very little is known of their casualties. Probably less than 100 were killed, and the dead were removed by their families immediately after the battle. Only the Sioux and Cheyenne word tell us what happened to the 200 soldiers killed in the fight.
The cemetery of all those killed fighting the Indian Wars. A lot of graves in here. Looks like Custer's battlefield.